Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacey, and on this channel I talk about stationery, planning, journaling, all of that fun stuff. So if that is something that you enjoy, then please feel free to stick around and join us in this gorgeous little community that we have on my little corner of the internet. And speaking of gorgeous little community, I just want to say thank you all so much for the support that you showed on my last video. I was so shocked. I can't even describe how shocked I was at the amount of support that I received and just how you all just showed up for me in such a beautiful, kind way. So thank you all. I will just keep trying to do good content. I'm not back to where I was, but I'm not stuck in 30 views jail anymore, so I'm so grateful to every single one of you and for all of your supportive messages, and just, yeah, I thank you so much. I'm speechless by how kind you all were. Today I'm hoping it's going to be kind of a shorter video. I don't know if this video is jinxed or what, but I've had so many problems trying to film that I don't normally come across. So fingers crossed it'll all be okay. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about my current journaling planning system and just maybe kind of, what's the word, like spitball some ideas, I guess, on how I can simplify things, because I have a fairly complicated life, like we all do, you know. I'm a mum, I'm a wife, and I have lots of other things going on outside of this that I don't talk about on the internet. And one of the things that is going on actually at the moment is my health has been really poor recently. So we're trying to get to the bottom of that with lots of tests and poking and prodding and things like that. So that's fine. Well, not fine, but you know. But I'm also mum to a neurodivergent child who requires a lot of support in some areas, particularly with school. So I'm often at the school and things like that. So I don't have as much time as I thought I would have, perhaps, in this season of my life, just for this, I guess is what I'm saying. And what I did is I got all excited about all of the beautiful products that I have and that I wanted and that I was going to buy, and made my system so incredibly, what's the word, complicated, I guess, this year. And I'll put up in the cards a link to my Techo Kaigi for this year, because that will kind of if you haven't seen it, then I suggest you watch it to kind of understand what I've been doing this year. But I had like a pile full of journals. I still do have a pile full of journals and planners and things like that. And things have changed, even down to the point where I deferred a year of university, and my son got some diagnoses, and then my health, like, so all of those things have happened since this Techo Kaigi. So a lot's happened, lots other stuff as well, but lots of stuff has happened since then, which has meant that my system just, well, it wasn't even a system, it was just a mess. So I'm gonna talk about a couple of my planner / journals today. First being my poor weeks, my poor neglected weeks, which is in this filthy Tragan cover, which I need to wash, so I'm going to take it out of there. But I really love this cover. So my weeks, I I don't think much has changed, you know, because I haven't really been in here, so I'll give you a really quick flip through. Nothing's changed here. Month wise, I don't know if you guys have seen this. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I haven't, as you can see, I've not really been in it, other than decorating it. I haven't done anything for April yet, but I may actually do this on Reels, or like Reels, TikTok, that kind of thing. Maybe like a little set it up with me. The rest of this you've seen, I think you saw up to like here, yeah, probably here, isn't it? Yeah, because that was when I got ill. So that week I was in it, using it quite a bit, doing lots of things, and then I was ill and things started taking a bit of a nosedive from here. I was still kind of in it, and then this week I decorated it. So this is not this week, but this is the week before last, I think. I wrote a few things down. I decorated it, wrote a few things down. That was it. Didn't even go back to it. And then this was, is this last week? Yes, so this is last week. Again, barely in it at all. Just a couple of little things. And then this is this week, where I haven't even decorated it. I may go in and do a few bits, but I'm not using it for my to-do list and things, and I'm forgetting things. So I know I need to be using it, but I'm just not. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. And I love my weeks. My weeks is kind of, this was my gateway drug into the rest of the Hobonichi world. So I don't want to not use it. And actually, like I said, I'm finding myself forgetting things because I'm not using it. So yes, I do think that I need to be back in this and to use it. And I'm going to try and keep up with it, especially because even though in my cousin I have a the weeks, that's vertical, and I'm not a fan of that. I've talked about that in many videos. So for now, I think I'm going to just persevere with this and try to keep up with it so that I can keep up with myself, basically. Okay, and then next I'm going to talk about my, what am I calling it? So this is my spring start cousin, so I'm not in it just yet. I'm about to be. And I think I'll do a setup video of this, maybe. We'll see. I think I'll probably film it and see how it goes. I'm not very good at talking and doing the journaling at the same time, so if I do that, it's going to have to be like a voiceover or a music over type situation. So this is kind of my, what are we calling this? Like my practice cousin, I guess, like my pre-cousin. And I've shown you all of this. So I think probably got up to around, yeah, up to around here. So this was all in my last video. And I'm still in it. And I do think that this, there is a huge part of the problem as to why I've not been in this. So I think because I'm in this every day, or most days, some days I do need to go back and what's the word, back journal, whatever the word is. Yeah, some days I do backfill, that's the word I was looking for. Yes, I am pretty much keeping up with this, and I think where I'm in this so much, and because I'm doing my morning pages, I've got my morning pages currently in my Paper Republic, which has this moleskin that I'm using for my morning pages that I've started a little while ago. So, and that fits beautifully. And because I put some of my current Paper Republic notebooks into this little chonk, my Louise Carmen that I got when I was in Paris, I've actually got this is kind of like my brain dump. This is for a project that I'm working on. This is what I'm currently reading when I'm at the school waiting for Harry. And then this is like my reflective journal. So, oh, and these are some letters. So, yes, because I've put those in here, it gave me space in my Paper Republic. So now I can put my morning pages in that. So I'm in those two journals every day as well. And then I'm in this, which I use for kind of more, almost like a memory keeper journal prompt. It's less reflective, I guess. It's kind of more of a, today I did this, this and this. And I think that's going to really help with my memory, because that has been awful recently. So, yeah, I think that's why it's all just very overwhelming, because I'm in so many different journals. And that's why this is kind of slid to the wayside a bit. So, these stickers are from Erin Ware. I'm a patron of hers, and I have been for a little while, and then I kind of thought, oh, I'll have a look at these printables, and they're amazing. I highly recommend. So I printed all of the stickers out on sticker paper, and then watched like a couple of things on TV while I was cutting them all out, and it was so relaxing. I love doing stuff like that. I'm one of those weirdos that enjoys cutting out pet tape to stick in my sticker release books. Like, that's doing that while watching a film, chef's kiss, love it. This is Erin Ware as well, and these are Erin Ware. This is Bronte. I'm trying to keep track of all my symptoms and things like that, and so her little sheet of, I think it's like headache, exhausted, tummy ache maybe. There's a few different things on there, so they're coming in quite handy for that. So yes, I'm very close to being finished with this. Very close. So I'll be in this, what, next week I think it is. So I don't know whether to add some more bits in here, because I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to do a setup of this very, very soon. And I wonder if perhaps I need to add like some of the things in here that I would normally have in my other ones, and it can all just be amalgamated. We'll see. But like I said, I'll try and do a video for that. So yeah, I think that's where I'm getting, this is a big part of the reason, because I've added in this huge kind of like, it's a time drain really, isn't it? So I've added in this time drain every evening. That means that something's got to give. So I think perhaps instead of using, like, for example, my lovely little memory book, I've got my goals and things. I've not been using this because I've been in everything else. I haven't used it since February. So perhaps I could use, like, put this kind of stuff in here. But yeah, I don't know, we'll see. And then the other thing that's been highly neglected is my Commonplace, which that's the front of it. It's in this little stamp mache cover, and I love this little book so much, and I actually really quite enjoy this cover, but I'm starting to kind of wish that my Commonplace was with me more. Like, this tends to get left, and I have been doing, let me just show you, been doing this with it recently, where I clip it in here, but I don't know, I need to find maybe a newer way of I don't know if it's using a different book. I don't know whether, I mean, I've got some of these I've got Moleskin, and I've got field notes as well, that I have bought just to go in my little Louise Carmen-esque handmade leather journal. So I don't know whether to just add one of these and call that my Commonplace, or if I need to kind of add it into one of my other books. I don't really take my Hobonichis out, maybe like to a coffee shop or something to do a bit of planning or journaling, but I don't really take it out. So we'll see. But what is happening is I'm not setting aside the time that I need every week in order to fill it out. So now I've got just little scraps and notes everywhere of things that I want to add in, and loads of notes on my phone and things like that, screenshots. And that's kind of the whole point of me having this, is that I didn't want that. So I think probably we left off at here last time, a room of one's own. And then I mean, I finished with that, and then I've only got like a little quote sticker, a Virginia Woolf quote again. We have some great quotes from her, actually. We're very lucky to be able to experience so many incredible people and have the opportunity to learn what they said when they're no longer around. I think we're really lucky. And then I talk about wabi sabi. I don't know how to say this. Wabi sabi. And then Frida Kahlo. I've put in a whole thing about Frida. She's incredible. So yeah, that was a lot as well. So I'm not keeping up with this like I should be. And again, it's one of those things that I'm missing. I know these are things that I don't want to take out of my rotation or whatever, but I need to find a way to slimline my system so that I can keep everything together. Like, honestly, there have been days when I could quite happily just get rid of everything and just have one notebook and put everything in it. But that's not, in my head, that's not reasonable, because that wouldn't work for me either. I need things compartmentalized a bit for me to want to use them, and also to be able to, like for this, I want to be able to go back and find things. The same with my cousin. I want to be able to go back and find things and look through it and reminisce. I want this to kind of be a life book, like they talk about with in Hobonichi. So yes, I think at the moment these are my main focus, along with my morning pages and my reflective journal. But if anyone has any ideas of how to slimline everything, I would be very grateful. I don't know whether to just, because this is the season that I'm in, maybe just to stick with these for a bit, see how I go, and then I can add other things in when life becomes a bit less complicated, perhaps. So let me know what you think. I am going to, the problem that I'm actually having, do you know what, before I even say what I was going to say, the problem I'm actually having is, what I'll do is, I recognise that there's a problem. So I'm like, right, I'm overwhelmed with all of these things, and there's certain parts of my system like these that I'm not using, that I'm missing. There's other things like my memory keeping that I'm not missing it, because I'm kind of doing that in other things anyway. But I am missing these, and therefore I know that I need to integrate them back into my system properly and use them perhaps in a different way. So then I'll start my research and I'll be like, oh, okay, we could do this, 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 and this. And then what happens with that research is I'm like, oh, that looks like an amazing product. I'll buy that. It will solve all my problems. And I'll do that. And it doesn't solve any problems. It just adds to how complicated everything is. I'm desperate to use like my travel journals. Oops. Oh, the light just went. Well, we're going to just be cozy for the last couple of minutes. Yeah, so like I'm desperate to use my travel journals, like my beautiful, gorgeous Blackwing traveler's notebook. I really want to use this so bad, but I'm not. I can't. It's like I can't add yet another thing. So I need to simplify, work out maybe a system of rotation or something, a bit like how I used to rotate Harry's toys maybe. But yes, I need to do that without buying different things. I need to stick with what I have. And therein lies the problem. So if you guys have any ideas, I'd love to hear them. And yeah, this is like the opposite of a lot of my other videos where I'm like, oh, I've solved this problem, blah 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 blah, I'm going to do X, Y and Z. Now I'm asking you to solve my problem because I don't know how to do it and I can't be trusted apparently to look at other systems, because I will buy things. So let me know if you have any ideas. I would be very, very grateful. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you all again next week for another upload. Let me know if there's any videos in particular that you would like to see from me. I'm always open to ideas and requests. And I will see you all again very soon for the next one. Take care. Bye.